Oh, that is some good shit right there. Oh, yeah, you know. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you standing there. Well, it's just the episode of Wheels of Fury. And I'm Hopes of Gravity Frog here. And I hope you enjoy this AEW show. It is my first AEW show. And I hope you enjoy it with Bean Mutt and Killer Kyle. And yes, it'll be lots of fun. Yay!
This is Killer Kyle to Wheels of Fury. Kyle, and welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury. Now this time, because we've done a lot of WWE pay-per-view predictions, say that 5 times fast.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna do AEW All Out.
Yeah, All Out is on Saturday, and man, I tell you, we've had a busy few weeks. Takeover 30, SummerSlam, Payback. Now we're doing AEW's All Out, and the card for this pay-per-view seems like it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see how this goes. I know that Dynamite was yesterday.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it, yes.
Okay, so I'm still gonna watch it. It's pretty cool to see that despite the pandemic, they still have amazing shows. I'm kind of weary about inviting people into the arena, although I don't think it's very many. It's just, I don't know.
For the last couple weeks now, they have had a audience, and not just their colleagues or co-workers, other wrestlers. It actually has been fans. And I believe what it has been is limited number of people where they are, wear a mask, social distanced, and all this other stuff. So, I mean...
Oh yeah, I know. I understand. It's just, it's something new.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know that WWE has taken a lot more precautions by having the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of, it's still a weird time, but we're getting through it, and, you know, each company has its own thing. I know that baseball is really screwing things up with their cardboard cutout audience, unless that's just me.
I don't really know if you can necessarily call it a screw up, because with certain baseball stadiums, they will have basically people that work at the stadium sit in a seat and have a sign and, you know, clap and cheer and all this other stuff. But those cardboard cutouts are to give it the look of a crowd being there, and you're not looking at, you know, empty seats.
I guess, yeah. Well, I mean, anyways, yeah, I think that professional wrestling in general, even though people don't like it or even hate it, it kind of proves everybody wrong. They work their way around things. You've got AEW with inviting people in, do it safely.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got WWE, who has the interactive audience.
Yeah.
And you can log into the Thunder. We should do that at some point.
Yeah.
And, watch it from there. And so,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long this will last. I keep saying that, but I think that for now, these are pretty good ideas.
Yeah.
But, yes, all out, all in, whatever. It's still going to be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the past couple weeks has been interesting in, the storylines with MJF and John Moxley or Chris Jericho and Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Even I'm confused about the Adam Page thing because the last time I watched it, Matt was chewing him out and taking him out of Elite.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. Last week, there was like a tag team gauntlet match, and the winner would face Hangman Page and Kenny Omega for the tag titles at All Out.
yeah.
And the final two teams were FTR and the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
And Adam Page got involved, prevented a tag from being made. FTR got the win, so FTR faces Kenny Omega and Hangman Page for the tag titles at All Out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they're finding him at the bar, chewing him out, asking him why he did what he did. He wouldn't answer, and they're like, "Oh, you're nothing but a drunk, and somebody got into your head, and blah, 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 blah." And they kicked him out of the Elite.
Yeah.
And so, yesterday, on Dynamite, they had an interview with Kenny Omega, and Omega was like, "Look, Adam made a mistake, something he's going to have to deal with for the rest of his career, but bottom line is, when it comes to these tag titles, we will come together as a unit
Yeah.
and do whatever it takes to hold on to these tag titles." And you look at it, Kenny and Adam really haven't been the best of friends.
No.
They hardly get along, but yet, when it comes to taking care of business, they can take care of business damn well.
And I think that's with a lot of tag teams. You get a lot of, two people who are complete opposites of each other. And they work very well, and they get championships. And, it's pretty cool to see something like that. Or Nia and Shayna, or, whoever.
Booker T and Gold does.
Booker T and Goldust, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of good wrestlers that when you pair it together, they do a lot of damage in the ring and they get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think this is going to be a great show.
Yeah. It should be a good show. There is some really intriguing matches on this card that will be interesting to see and find out what happens. And not only that, but where do things go from here?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see. But definitely going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Match, we've got a broken, what's it called again?
Broken Rules match with Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara.
I'm not sure what broken rules means. I don't know if it's going to be like the Hardy compound or...
There's not really any specifics as to what a Broken Rules match is going to be. I imagine it'll be something like maybe Extreme Rules.
That's possible. Because, I mean, you have Sammy Guevara smash Matt's head on the table.
Nah.
And, however that went. Matt got busted open.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, he did the receipt to Sammy.
Yeah.
So they went back and forth with that. I think this match is going to be really cool.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these two guys have definitely proven. Well, I mean, Matt's been a veteran for over 20 years, so it's going to be really cool to see the young lion versus the old lion, or however that saying goes. But yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The rivalry has actually been very, very good. The thorn in the side of the inner circle of Matt Hardy, and just having flashbacks of his career, basically, from like when he first broke into WWF in '94.
Yeah.
And then like Broken Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy version 1, and Matt Hardy Will Not Die, and just the several incarnations of himself he's had in his career. It's been very interesting, and Sammy being the one to kind of like step out and be the one to try to get the thorn out of their side, essentially is kudos to Sammy for kind of being the standout member of the inner circle, but also showcase more what he's capable of as an athlete and as a performer.
He's a young man who, really stepped out of his shell and became kind of a leader. You know, in a way, like, him and Chris Jericho seem to be the only two that hold the inner circle together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and watching the video you posted, I had no idea that Sammy Guevara, I thought he was 23, but as it turns out, he did appear on Impact.
Yes, he appeared in TNA.
So I thought maybe he was a teenager, but then I hear Taz or someone say that he's only 23, so...
Well, at that point, he was 23.
Yeah.
Now, he's probably...
28.
Yeah.
Yeah,
close to 30.
About, yeah. So, yeah, he's still young, and he's, you know, a future champion, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But this match is going to be cool. I can't wait to see who goes out on top. If I were to pick one, though, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Because I like Matt's chances. I just don't know. Like I said, Sammy has been stronger of the two.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Sammy has gotten a couple wins over Matt in singles competition. So, you could... Well, he beat Matt in a tables match.
Yes.
And then before that, I think it was just a straight one-on-one match.
Okay.
But... Or maybe they're I'm not sure.
Regardless, I don't know. In that case, then I will say Matt Hardy. Just because I think he needs redemption. And this match is in his favor.
I mean, it is his match, and it is his rules, so who knows what Matt will have in store for Sammy. And I mean, we could see the mower of lawns, and the chair of wheels, and whatever else.
Yeah. Punish me, Joe! Punish me! Yeah. It's too bad Brother Nero won't be there.
Yeah.
The Dark Order versus the Natural Nightmares. Matt Cardona.
Yeah. Of course. Brody Lee took the TNT title from Cody and seemingly brutalized him. I mean, he gave him the clothesline, and they put him in a neck brace and put oxygen on him. And then, of course, Dustin gets involved to help out his brother. He gets kicked the shit out of. Brandy gets choked out by this new girl.
Yes.
And then, last week on Thursday, Dynamite, they had a funeral for the burial of Cody's career, and you have, of course, Dustin, and then the other two, and then of course Matt Cardona getting involved. Matt Cardona and Cody have been friends for probably Matt's at least career in WWE, maybe even prior to that, who knows. And so, yeah, you got this match.
Yeah. And I don't know what's going on with Cody, but nobody seems to care about him anymore. Only because you had Brody beat him in a matter of seconds. And then you have this where they got buried. Fucking Cody and Brandy got beat up by the Dark Order. And then, you have Matt Cardona. Finally seeing him, the Natural Nightmares. Dustin and QT Marshall. So, I mean, definitely, those guys need redemption. I picked them over Dark Order because Dark Order's done a lot, and it's kind of like, okay, who's going to stop them? Honestly.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. The Dark Orders need to be taken out by these guys.
Yeah.
I think that Dustin and that team have to get redemption, even for Cody.
Yeah, for sure.
Because this is not, this is kind of like, when are they going to get redemption? When is somebody going to step up and take down and defeat the Dark Order?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm not quite sure if it's going to work that way. But, like I said, I'm still going to take the Natural Nightmares.
Yeah.
And Matt Cardona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was that what you pick?
It's like you said.
Yeah.
Dustin and QT and Matt Cardona need to get retribution for Cody, redemption for Cody, and try and at least slow down the momentum of the Dark Order. I don't know if they're going to be able to stop them, but at least hopefully try and slow them down.
Right.
And even if it's a moral victory, at least it's something.
Yeah, for sure.
And then whenever Cody reappears, he will for sure want to get a piece of Brody Lee for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe challenge for the TNT title again, but at least, try and get revenge for himself for what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though it seems quite auspicious how Brody clotheslines Cody and it injured him enough to where he needed a neck brace and oxygen and shit.
Again, it's I don't know if he was getting buried. I don't know if he said something to the business that they didn't like. I don't know. It seems to be the guy like that doesn't go down that easily, especially in a match like that. Brody Lee's a monster, but I don't think he's that bad.
I have no doubt in my mind Cody would be willing to put Brody over. I could see Cody doing that very easily.
Yeah.
But to do it in that kind of a fashion, like a basic one-sided ass whooping?
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it at all.
I mean, Brody's a big, bad, tough dude, and will, beat the crap out of you, but other opponents he has been in the ring with at least have stood somewhat of a chance.
Yeah.
They just made Cody look like a chump.
I know. Yeah.
And he's one of the executives of the company.
That's what doesn't make sense.
What the fuck?
It doesn't make sense. Like I said, he pissed in someone's cornflakes, because that's a fucking burial if I've ever seen one.
Nevertheless, we're both taking Dustin,
Yeah.
QT Marshall, Matt Cardona, and whoever the other one is.
Yeah.
Royal, this is looking like it's gonna be real interesting.
I didn't see the last one, honestly. I tried to get that on my computer when I was watching the pay-per-view, and something fucked up, or I didn't watch it.
Ah.
So I honestly don't know what a casino battle royal is, except it could be a normal battle royal. I have no idea.
I think what it is, it's a battle royal, but then the winner gets a shot at the AEW championship, I believe.
Yeah.
#1 contender.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Alright. I don't know who's gonna come out on top. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a lot of, like, Brian Cage won last time. You know, you have, and this is somebody I just thought about. Where the fuck is Jeff Cobb?
It may have been a one and done deal with him.
Yeah, he just shows up, takes down, I guess it was Orange Cassidy or somebody, and that was it.
Yeah, they bring him in as like inner circles hired gun. He has a match with. You say Orange Cassidy? I thought it was Moxley.
Yes, it was Moxley.
Moxley. Moxley beats him,
Yeah.
and then that's it.
Yeah, so I have no idea what happened there, but honestly, it's going to be an interesting one because I have no idea. You got Luchasaurus, you've got Wardlow, you have. There's a lot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that are going to be involved.
Lance Archer. You
Yes.
have that guy. So I'm not quite sure, and if I were to pick, just off the top of my head, I would say Lance Archer. He's the obvious one.
I guess, yeah, like, he's been on a path of destruction since he debuted in AEW. His lone loss was to Cody,
Yeah.
and other than that, he's been just wrecking people. One thing I am interested in seeing coming out of All Out and the Casino Battle Royal for sure, and give it more of a build-up. It's been good so far, but keep building it up for a little bit, and then have it 1 week on a Dynamite or the next pay-per-view, have Archer against Cage.
That would be fucking sick. I mean, Cage already has the FTW title,
Yeah.
which is a gimmick title anyways, but
Yeah.
yeah, seeing those two in the ring, I think would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's gonna be a good battle royal anyways.
Yeah. It's like you said, Archer seems to be the logical answer, but it really is take a wild guess.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like when we do predictions for Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
You know, 30 guys, and you could take your best shot at who you think will win or who you want to see win, and hope you're right.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're right, cool. If you're not,
Yeah.
so be it, basically.
Pretty much. AEW Women's title, you've got AEW versus NWA.
Yes.
Thunder Rosa versus,
Hikaru Shida.
yes, Japan versus Mexico. We both watched a documentary with Thunder Rosa.
Yes.
Actually, it was an NWA episode, but whatever. I thought they closed their doors earlier this year, but whatever. I don't know. I mean, she's a great wrestler as well. I say great, I mean good. I haven't seen too many matches, except for maybe watching a couple episodes of NWA. Also watching the documentary. She did go to MMA for a bit.
Yeah, she had her very first MMA fight. She lost, but
Yeah,
she gave quite a good performance.
yeah, for sure.
And maybe with her joining AEW for now, we'll see what the future holds. But for now, and I guess even with NWA Power being a once a week thing, gives her more time to train in MMA, have more MMA fights, so on and so forth.
Right. So they still have Power then?
Well, no, not right now.
Not right now, okay, yeah.
But at the time,
Yeah,
before COVID,
yeah.
she was a regular on the show, became the NWA Women's Champion, the first Mexican-born female
Right.
to be NWA Women's Champion, and now they have this match with her against Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
And when we were watching Dynamite from last week,
Right.
they had talked about this match, and Billy Corgan said that it was a great opportunity to have AEW and NWA work together,
Yes.
just mainly so the stars of NWA have something to do other than just sit at home, twirling their thumbs, wait for NWA to start back up again, but also for those people that haven't been seen be able to be seen by a bigger audience. Like, yes, NWA Power is on YouTube,
Yeah.
and YouTube is a worldwide
Yes.
thing. Maybe not everybody will be either interested in watching NWA, or when NWA is on, they're watching whatever and they don't see it, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So put them out there on AEW, put them on a television audience, and give a chance for people to see these guys that they haven't seen before. I mean, you've already, like, so far, you've got Eddie Kingston,
Yeah.
Ricky Starks,
Yes.
Thunder Rosa.
Yep.
I'm sure there may be other people we'll see as time goes on, who knows, but for right now it's those three.
I got Steve Bennett as Wade Barrett back at NXT
Yeah.
doing commentary.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, like I haven't watched Power. Like I rarely watched it anyways, but
Yeah.
I thought, and yeah, because of COVID, they're not really doing their thing right now. As of this match, I like to say Shida's gonna win.
Right.
I like Thunder Rosa, but her track record, I don't know. Like, she's the champion right now for NWA. So, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say Shida. I don't know how well this match is gonna be, but I know that Shida is one of the best women wrestlers on AEW. I don't give a shit what anyone says.
Nice. I would have to agree that keep the title on Shida, because if you put the title on Thunder Rosa, okay, she's the AEW Women's Champion and the NWA Women's Champion, where do you go from there?
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm fucking sick of seeing people with two belts.
Yeah.
But it's happening, you know. But it's gonna be interesting to see Thunder Rosa on AEW anyways.
For sure.
Even if it's going to be for maybe one night. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. If she wins, we'll see her on Dynamite, so...
I think whether she wins or loses, we'll more than likely see her on Dynamite regularly, regardless.
True.
I feel.
Yeah.
Go on to what we were talking about earlier, but we'll go a little bit more into it. The AEW Tag Title match with Kenny Omega and Adam Page, the Hangman,
Yep.
against FTR.
Yeah, this is going to be epic too. I mean, we all know that FTR have been great on NXT, great in WWE. You know, they have nothing to complain about.
No.
You know, they left WWE, so they can do better things, you know.
Yeah.
Do what they want to do instead of what the man wants. But they gotta realize they were NXT Tag Team Champions, Raw Tag Team Champions, SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You know, they had a good run. You know, they go over to AEW. We'll see where that goes. You know, but yeah, if they become Tag Team Champions on Saturday, that will be awesome.
Yeah.
I think that Adam Page and Kenny Omega have a history that, you know, with the Bullet Club. But they also have this thing where Adam is this party guy, or it seems like Kenny Omega's a straight edge, no nonsense, whatever person, you know. And I could see a breakup a mile away. I don't know if it'll happen on Saturday, but it's close. It's fucking close. So I'd like to see FTR go over, and by the way, having Tully Blanchard in their corner, a veteran like him can easily make sure that they win on Saturday.
I mean, you look at the gauntlet match from the previous week, and just how much more physical they are since being managed by Tully Blanchard. I mean, they've always had that physical style and that ring tactician style.
Yeah.
But it seems that now that they are with Tully, that has been ramped up to a new level.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you would compare them to the Brainbusters, or the Four Horsemen, if you will. I remember watching NXT a few times and thinking that they were somehow related to Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
But they're not,
No.
so...
No.
It's gonna be cool to see this match. You got two teams, two different styles. You know, I think the more ground and pound of FTR, and you've got high-flying moves, sort of, with Adam Page and Kenny Omega.
I mean, however they came up with their finisher, it's probably one of the best tag team finishes I've seen.
Yeah.
Literally, the box shot lariat and the knee strike from Kenny Omega.
Yeah. So, I don't really want to see a breakup on Saturday, but I do want to see FTR as the tag team champions. So, I'm going to say FTR.
As cool as it would be to see FTR as tag champions and, you know, give them a proper title run, because they didn't really get very much of a proper title run in WWE.
Not really.
NXT they did alright, but then once they got to the main roster, well, that took a real shit in the toilet quick.
Once again, fuck you, Vince. But
the question I have is, would it be too soon off of their debut? Yes, I know it was about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I'd say, roughly, they appeared on the scene.
No, I definitely agree. Actually, now that you mention it, I mean, it does happen. You get debuts and they win their first match. They win their first title, Paige.
Yes.
But who knows? I think that they're good enough to win the titles. Whether it's Saturday or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much more Kenny Omega can take of Adam Page's bullshit. Hashtag cowboy shit.
I really think that Kenny and Paige are doing their business as a tag team because they have the tag titles.
Yeah.
When they eventually lose the tag titles, whether it be Saturday or whether it be later down the line, then there might be a breakup of those two and World War fucking 3.
Probably, yeah.
Who
I can
knows?
see that. Well, I mean, I still stand by what I say, so
Yeah.
you pick Adam Page and Kenny Omega.
Yeah. This match is definitely going to be interesting. The build up to it has been genius.
I wish I had some orange juice with me right now.
And absolutely fantastic, but you've got Jericho against Orange Cassidy for the fourth time, fourth time, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
But in a Mimosa Mayhem match. Basically, you beat your opponent by pinfall, submission, or throwing him in a big vat of mimosa. Basically. You know, I have given WWE a shit ton of credit for thinking outside the box and being very, very creative with matches they have with COVID-19 going on right now. Some have been absolutely stellar. Some of them, well, you know my opinion on them. All Out and this match, even the Broken Rules match is, well, AEW taking a page out of WWE's book of being creative. But also, it's raising the bar to a new height and going to that next level of what would fans want to see that they haven't seen before.
Oh, hey, yeah.
And a few weeks ago, you have Orange Cassidy seemingly drop a bunch of orange juice on the inner circle while they were doing a promo in the ring. A few weeks later, inner circle comes out, beats the crap out of Orange Cassidy, and they got bottles of a little bit of the bubbly, I'd say, and they're opening them and dousing Orange Cassidy in them.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, a mimosa is orange juice and champagne.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the lines, either Jericho or Tony Khan or somebody came up with the idea Mimosa Mayhem match, and here we are.
Like, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that, Orange Cassidy with the oranges and the orange juice and that kind of shit. And then you got Chris Jericho with the little bit of the bubbly. So yeah, it's a mimosa basically.
Mm-hmm.
This to me sounds like a Nickelodeon game show. I get it. I understand. You want to have a good time. It's one of those gimmick matches, whatever. I think that you have a veteran in Chris Jericho, and I don't know too much about Orange Cassidy's, tenure or resume, whatever. We got someone like Chris Jericho, who's been in Japan, Mexico, ECW, WCW, WWFE, and of course AEW, and the championships that he's had.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have someone like Orange Cassidy, I haven't seen too much of, and he's probably been in independent circuit, so that's cool. I know that Orange Cassidy has had one up on Jericho. That's cool as well. But the fact of the matter is that Chris Jericho has a lot more in experience, and I know that he can definitely beat Orange Cassidy. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. It could be that way where they do have Chris Jericho thrown in the Mimosa tank or whatever. That could happen very well, but for my money, I honestly think it's Chris Jericho. Considering the fact too that you have the inner circle, they might get involved.
Yeah.
At the same time, best friends might get involved. So really, it's a toss-up. But for me, I'm still gonna pick Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Well, previous matches they've had have been absolutely amazing. Very, very good. Very, very well done. And they've done a really good job at giving Orange Cassidy a more aggressive side.
Yeah, I mean, the dude has basically had that brought out of him. And when they had the debate, I honestly have never heard Orange Cassidy talk. I know he did one of Brandy's cooking shows, but I didn't watch that, unfortunately. I know that's his gimmick, where he doesn't talk, he just does this.
Yeah, he gives
a
half-hearted thumbs up, and he's laid back and chill, and all this other stuff, and then to have him do this debate and basically the highlight of his part of the debate was talking about fucking global warming.
Yeah. I mean, okay, whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be an entertaining match.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very much.
Yes.
And, I think that Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler. He's a unique wrestler. But I'm still gonna say Chris Jericho.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Orange Cassidy just because of the intrigue of this being, it's a Mimosa Mayhem match.
Sure. Yeah.
Mimosas and have orange juice in them. He's Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say this match will be right up his alley, but, if he gets the win, it could be dubbed his match.
No, that is true. And like I said, it's going to be very entertaining. The match for the AEW title. You've got Jon Moxley versus MJF. And Jon Moxley can't use the paradigm shift. Unless there was a change yesterday.
No, there wasn't.
So then, yeah, from what I saw in the episode that I watched last week, it was Moxley versus the lawyer.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah, the whole thing was there's a contract made up, and if Moxley can't use paradigm shift, if he does, he probably gets disqualified, loses the title, whatever. Or they'll sue him for further damage to MJF. The back and forth between them was friggin' entertaining and hilarious.
Yeah.
Moxley signs the title, and he goes, "Hey, I'm glad you guys agreed to what the stipulation is on page 17. And they're like, "Wait, 17? There's only 16 pages." They flip through, look, and it's like, you shouldn't sign anything you don't read first. Moxley added in another page to the contract. He has a match with MJF's lawyer. Lawyer loses. MJF doesn't get a shot at the title.
Yeah. So, Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, MJF is a great heel. I mean, he's an old school wrestler. He's always in character. You know, he does remind me of The Rock when The Rock was the Intercontinental Champion, you know, or the People's Champion. The corporate champion, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, he has these funny vignettes where he's got the neck brace on. I don't know why I find it funny with people when they wear neck braces. But he does that whole thing, and he's trying to get sympathy out of it. And of course, Moxley, you know, he messes with the lawyer, and they have the signing. And yeah, it'll be interesting. There are matches that, you know, happen where you can have a move. Except Rollins had a match with, I don't know who it was, where he couldn't use the curb stomp.
Yeah.
You know, I think there was another match at some point with some other wrestlers. I don't know, right off the top of my head. So, you know, Moxley's definitely a master at what he does. He's also an old school wrestler in a way that, you know, he picks a body part and he goes with it.
Oh, yeah.
And you've seen him in these matches, you know. Hell, that death match he had with Chris Jericho. Fuck, that was amazing. I don't care what anyone says. So yeah, for my money, I mean, and it's probably predictable, I think that Moxley's going to retain.
Yeah.
I'd like to see MJF as the AEW champion at some point. But right now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be in his favor.
No.
If he wins, it'll be surprising, and I'm sure he's going to make a great champion.
Yeah.
A great heel champion at that.
Yeah.
But right now, I just don't see it.
Watching that contract signing and the back and forth between Moxley and MJF, and at one point MJF goes, "When you were a kid growing up watching wrestling, you idolized guys like Terry Funk and Bruiser Brody and Abdullah the Butcher and just guys that would fight and be aggressive and, you know, have that dirty style." And MJF goes, "You don't want to know who I idolized growing up? Guys like Buddy Rogers. And you named off two other guys. I don't know who the fuck they were. But it's like, okay, MJF, you're probably somewhere in our age group. 30s.
About that, yeah.
Buddy Rogers is way before your fucking time, dude. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Buddy Rogers was 1960 something, 65, I think.
Yeah, 1960s.
Yeah.
You look at someone like MJF, though, and he's had some great matches in the AEW. He's also wrestled in Smash a few times.
Yes.
He's wrestled in MLW. He's wrestled elsewhere. Is it time for him to get a championship? Not the AEW championship. Not right now.
No.
I think maybe start with the TNT title and then go for the AEW championship at some point. But right now, it just doesn't seem possible. And I don't know what's going to be possible.
Yeah.
I could see Lance Archer take the title. He seems more believable as a monster heel that could take the title.
Yeah.
MJF right now just doesn't seem to cut it.
Yeah. I mean, MJF is a good performer. He's one of those heels that you love to hate,
Yes.
hate to love.
Yeah.
You know, a brash, arrogant, cocky, obnoxious, annoying, so on and so forth. But championship material, so to speak?
No.
Not yet.
Not right now. Not at this time. It's going to happen eventually this year, but not right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean... So, this has been AEW All Out. And... Yeah, this is a good show.
Should get a pay-per-view, another pay-per-view from AEW at some point down the road.
Yeah, if I had the fucking money, you know, just to order it on the TV, but it's going to be a good pay-per-view. You got a lot of great matches, and it'll be interesting to see what happens because, like I said, MJF is not a championship material just yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think Chris Jericho still has it and will beat Orange Cassidy, but you never know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a good show.
You're saying that if you have the money, you'd like to get it on TV, which would be great, but it seems as if AEW pay-per-views, if you will, are mainly going to be on the internet. Like, you go on to wherever you can download it from and watch it online. But I think that's because there's a lot more leeway and some things they can get away with on the internet than, like, they've been able to get away with quite a bit as far as TNT goes, like blood and that.
Yeah.
But there's on the internet, their spectrum is wider as far as more than get away with.
Yeah. Well, too, you can also get a lot of other pay-per-views from other promotions.
True.
The only issue you have with computers, though, is that sometimes they freeze.
Mm. So,
a buffer.
Yeah.
So it is hard to, and that's why it's the last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been a good show. I don't know what we're going to do next time.
Yeah.
Well, Clash of Champions.
Yeah,
That's
that's not for another friggin' 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's the 27th of September, so
We could do another video chat for YouTube eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that, but yeah, if we think of anything else, we'll do it.
We'll figure out what to do for the week. After All Out, heading into Clash of Champions, maybe just Facebook chats, live chat on YouTube, video, we'll maybe come up with a video idea of some kind, some point down the road, who knows.
Yeah, we'll do that. Anyways, this has been a good show. This is Killer Kyle. I mean Matt. And we'll see you next time. Deuces.